I met a Gypsy.
Yeah, I mean, the last event that I watched, fucking Jackie Goldstone's comeback.
Hardline. Yeah, I know.
You know why?
Go on.
I was on my couch with my YouTube app open and I saw upcoming live 3 minutes.
It's not that difficult either.
And
you
I
can
was
just
like,
hit a button and there it is.
I am fucking in.
Did you enjoy it?
Loved it. Yeah. Massive Jackie Goldstone fan. Obviously a bunch of the Aussie boys. That track's amazing.
Yeah, look at Troy, eh?
Troy.
I mean, Troy was the last rider that I would have thought would have come to Red Bull Hardline, let alone
almost won the thing.
I mean, that's probably less surprising because how amazing he is as a bike rider, but you don't really know, like Bruni and that they can ride those things. You know, like, yeah, of course they can. Bruni tries to come to Red Bull Hardline quite a lot. And
do they team shut him down?
A bit difficult with the team, because they, the World Cup's still the focus or testing or whatever, and it does come with risk. But this time he texted, he was like, "One day I will show everyone what I can do at a Red Bull Hardline." Because they know they of course they got it. They're the best riders in the world. They got it, man. It's easy for them, but the risk is enough before a World Cup season.
Yeah, I wonder if there's the new Monster National Series in the US.
Yeah,
that's going to be good.
Yeah, it should be good, eh?
I'm not.
I hope they're going to broadcast it next year.
I'm not saying like now 2 years, but like let's say 5 years time.
Yeah,
bro, that series could be so good. So imagine if you've got that's being live broadcast, then you've got all the Red Bull Hardline events, which I'm sure
will be back.
Yeah,
and that will be just left for the.
They might not, So like there is. I think that
it's tricky, man. It all hangs in the balance with it. Other people you'll say will make the World Cup will make it. Some people that are in will be like, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to make it. It's going to be F1. And like, well, my opinion is not.
Yeah.
I don't think F1 has the first 2 races at the same fucking track, does it? One way, 1 week, and the next the other or something. They go, I mean, come on. Like, it's just money, man. It's all dough.
Yeah. But I think what it's done is it's probably opened the door. Like when Red Bull was broadcasting the World Cups, there was no door open for any other series. It was too good. It was too good.
That's true.
It was too good.
The World Cup. Yeah. There was nothing else around it. No, you're right. There was nothing else. That's right.
No rider was ever going to change. There was going to be you couldn't even make money in another series, right?
No, that's
but
right.
Let's say that there's there'll be 5-6 hard lines eventually.
Yeah.
I reckon. They'll probably do one in Canada. They'll have Canada, they'll have Australia, they'll have Wales. Let's say there's 5 or 6 of them in a year, and then there's 6 or 7 of these
Urbans.
Monster.
Oh,
the Monster US Nationals, the urban stuff. So
it'd be a nice diverse kind of.
In years past, you couldn't make money as a downhill racer unless you were on World Cup team doing the World Cups. But in the future,
that's right.
You're going to be able to be a professional mountain biker, making money, and never even have to go to a World Cup.
Yeah, that
wasn't possible without this series.
No, probably a few guys at Crankworks, but that's right. Other than those, a handful probably, but like not the big paychecks of the World Cup races. No, I think Unfortunately, from where I'm sat at the moment, because I still love the World Cup, like it's changed. It will. I don't think it'll almost ever be the same again after this with all the changes, and that's massive, isn't it? That is, to fundamentally change the sport, really. For what? For fucking what?
I do like that they eliminated a bunch of a lot of the bottom side of it, because I kind of have this same argument with Supercross.
The top, you should have to qualify at a certain level to get in. Yeah, but on the flip side of that, and that's all you're going to hear from me, it's like now it's gone, it's really hard to get in.
Well, yeah.
You've got a junior has to win a continental race, which was Crankworks was one of those, to get to go to one World Cup race, right? So how are them juniors from New Zealand? They got to travel there, get their points, then they get to go to one World Cup. They can't even hang around for 2 or 3. It's fucking impossible. It's impossible for them. It's out of reach. And that's why you'll see, like MXGP, which is fucked as well, people just buying buying seats on teams. That's what's going to happen. It's going to change forever. Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, I think every sport though kind of has that phase.
Yeah, and you do need money to succeed in sport, absolutely, or it makes it easy. You don't need money, but it makes it quicker trajectory. But downhill mountain biking was one of them ones.
Anyone could do it.
Kind of. I mean, look at Chaz Mack turning up in New Zealand on a bike that was 3 years old and squeaked harder than his knees and just, ripping. That's the essence of the sport. That's what we all love. And there's riders like, a lot of riders that you see at the top now would probably never get there and with it as it is structured now. That people name specific, well, he wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't be here and such wouldn't be here, and that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard time.
Well, I think in MotoGP, right, there are a lot of riders in MotoGP that bought seats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's gone
That's
now.
how it is. Has
That's
it
gone
again?
now.
Has it?
Yeah.
Why?
The level.
They can't make it.
The level got too high.
Well, maybe that'll come back round in downhill then.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that argument, right? So there might be some guys now that can buy their seats.
Yeah.
But it'll probably, the spear will just get so sharp that unless you're so fast, you're not going to be able to buy a seat because the competition and people are going to want to win so bad that you're going to just have to take the fastest guy. So there's like...
Yeah. And it does... And then fastest guys, they might well have a lot of money to have been able to go practicing fucking 7 days a week. That's right. You know what I mean? So, money, it can take money to be good at a sport. But I think a lot of people, the exception is that, like you say, it's a mountain bike and you can go and buy a downhill bike for 6, 7, 8 grand and, you should be able to go racing and make it on your own ability to the very top level. I think that's what people are worried about, But I don't know about all that stuff too much. But
what do you think the future for hardline can be?
More of them, like you said. I don't know if we'll ever see 6 because I think it's so risky, maybe.
But do you think they could scale it back a little bit?
Well, I wouldn't mind that personally. I don't know.
Because Medina doesn't look crazy.
It's pretty. Well, none of it's crazy.
Am I wrong?
No, none of it's crazy until you get it wrong, and then the consequences. A lot of the things now is that 75 foot, 80 foot has just become normal, right? And I said to someone, but like, you can't underestimate it because the consequences are still the same. Like, you ain't grown stronger ankles. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you've got to take everything with respect. But no, it's big. It's really big. But if it's built perfectly and it works. But yeah, I don't know. I think that I like a good race. I'm a commentator. I want a good race. We get that into, but obviously the race we had in Wales last year on what arguably is a more extreme track. It certainly isn't a more extreme surface. It's like fucking
it looks gnarly, bro.
Nasty. It's bedrock coming through, just hanging at you, But that was an amazing race. So I don't really know, but yeah, I think I don't know. There's 2 ways of looking at it. Progression. Matt Jones, he said to me, progression has a price. That's how it is. And he's right. He comes from slopestyle. It's how it is. If you want to push things on, then sadly, you'll probably have some injuries along the way. But that's how it is. But yeah, it's delicate, isn't it? It's got to be right, isn't it? It's right on the edge. And that's, That's,
but yeah, I think I could see a world where there's like 5, 6 hard lines and it becomes like a real, series. Maybe some of them aren't as gnarly.
Yeah, agreed. I don't. To me, they don't need to be. They need to be. They need to push.
Yeah.
But there's probably a limit to that because it wants to be sustainable. To me, I don't want hardline to go away ever. I want it to run forever. I want to commentate on it. So I'm scared of really big injuries and stuff like that. That's probably the truth of it from my side.
Yeah.
But every downhill run you do in the world carries significant risk. It does. World Cup's no safer, is it? Anything, it's all just flat out. As fast as you can ride a bike, it goes tits up.
Well, and I think that there's just probably an element where the guys just don't get to practice like hard line.
Well, no, because those features only kind of exist
in those places.
Yeah,
so I think as it gets more common.
The mad thing is that they push them. So this is like the game with it. The tracks get bigger, more progressive, basically gnarlier. But the riders turn up and they're like, yeah. like I said, like Velez turning up at Hardline and just no handing everything first, second run. I mean, that's just madness because he's so comfortable and confident with it. So I was actually asking someone about this the other day. I was like, is it the sports? Is it the tracks, the courses, the events, the Red Bull Hardlines that are progressing the sport? Or is it the riders, the bike, the technology?
Both.
It is, isn't it? They're hand in hand, aren't they?
It's like nature, nurture.
Yeah, that's right. It's hand in hand.
Yeah.
And keeping that going at that, and keeping it on a relatively even keel is the key. And that's what, honestly, when you got Dan Atherton, he pushes it, he's wild, he lives, he would die by the sword, that's for sure. But like, he's a genius with the track building. So, it's in good hands, really, I think.
100%.
Yeah, that's right. Like, he lives it, mate. That's the nice thing about, for me at Red Bull, there's so many people that really just fucking live for it. Yeah, they do. They fucking live for it.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.